Yo, welcome back to another episode. Feel like it's been a minute since we had a guest, man. Got a special guest in the building. I'm one half of the Man to Man Pod. Yours truly, Darius Butler. Got my co-host Antoine Bethea.
What's good?
What's happening? We got a very, very special guest with us today. Going on his 7th year in the league already. Seems like it flew by, man, with the college with my younger brother, Real. Steve Nelson, man. Steve Nelson in the building. What's good?
What's going on, man? Hey, appreciate you guys for having me on here.
Hey, for sure, man. For sure. We had a nice Nelson Island on here.
Yeah, man, you know.
What you up to, though?
Oh, man, I'm just chilling, man. I'm out here in Arizona, enjoying some of this weather right here in the off season, man. Training, working out, man. Nothing too crazy.
I feel that. Yeah, man. We gonna jump right into it, man. We're gonna know the people that's listening, that's watching. Definitely, we always dig into the background of the stories. Everybody see the athletes, you see the draft and the big plays, the highlights, and all that. But we're gonna get into who you are, man. So take us back, man. Kind of back to your upbringing and how did you come to find a game of football, man? Was there any other sports or things you played before that? How did you get to football?
Yeah, definitely, man. So I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, man. Rec ball kid, man. Growing up, 3 sports: basketball, baseball. Well, I guess you can say track as well.
Okay.
My step pops, man. He actually was my coach, man. So I had a strong, I guess you could say, sports background. He was always on me and whatnot. Just all the way up until like high school, man. And high school ended up getting in some trouble. 9th grade year, moved to Middle Georgia. I don't know if you guys know what like Warner Robins, Macon area is. Probably played with some dudes like that around that area, but ended up finishing high school out that way. That's actually where my pops was living at. And once you kind of get old enough, man, like pretty much where your niche gonna be at. So basketball pretty much was out. wasn't really going too much after that. And football was just one of my first loves, man. Fell in love with it, and that's pretty much was it. And ended up going to school with your brother that you mentioned. Went the JUCO route in California, based off of my grades. Didn't have the grades. Went out there, played 2 years. Ended up committing to Georgia, University of Georgia. Thought I was gonna.
What was that? Hold on. What was that? What was that JUCO like though? We kind of talked about.
I can't skip over
that. Yeah, the JUCO experience, HBCU experience. But
I don't think they ready to hear that, man.
Yeah,
I don't think y'all ready to hear that.
Nah, we gotta hear it, man. Because the people, everybody got different, different bumps along the way to get where they're going. So definitely want to hear what that grind was like.
Yeah, man. That JUCO life was a different beast, man. I mean, you talking about a kid, fresh out of high school, just going across the country like that. And then you got these people telling you like you finna be on a scholarship, they lying to you, so you going out there thinking everything's sweet, man, and you end up on food stamps. So you like a freshman in college, man. You on food stamps. You gotta ask people to help you pay your rent. It was a wild, type of experience, man. And the coaches out there, I'm thankful for some that the few that did help me, but for the most part, that nobody's out there is gonna push you. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have that that inner motivation to get up and go work out. Get up and go to class and do the right thing, man. To try to stay on track. So, I mean, that grind, bro. I feel like me going through that kind of helped me to where I am today, man. Because a lot of kids that do get the opportunity to go straight to D1, I feel like they, to me, on the outside looking, I feel like they had it made. You know what I'm saying? Because everything was kind of put in front of them. Where in my situation, I pretty much had to, take a harder route. You know what I'm saying? So
you had to get it out the mud for real.
Yeah. So what would be the biggest thing you took out of that experience, though? You know what I mean?
Man, it helped me. It helped me grow up, man. Honestly, like just having to do everything on my own. Like, so, like I didn't get to go stay in dorms. You know what I'm saying? Like a regular freshman. I had to straight into an apartment where I had to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? And I'm moving in there with like 4 or 5 other heads. So like I got these responsibilities coming out of high school off rip, and I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, get back to D1. So it's just a lot of different pressures, man, that you got to deal with, man. But the biggest thing I took from it was like it helped me grow up fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
Nah,
so
me
you
and
said,
D-Buck, man.
Go ahead, right, my fault.
Nah, me and D-Buck, we be talking about that. You know, D-Buck went to UConn, you know, big time school, you know what I'm saying? And I was saying that, you know, shit, I went to an HBCU and it was just a little different. You know what I mean? Still got the opportunity to play ball. And then you go on the JUCO route, again, like D-Buck said before, like everybody got that different path. And shit, it's rough at times. At times.
For sure. I remember real hit me like, hey man, we got this corner out here, boy. he raw, boy. We got a couple players like, hey, he raw. He gonna go to the league.
Yeah.
All right, boy. Yeah, he like, nah, for real. And so you said you committed to Georgia coming out of there. You got an offer from them?
Yeah, I had an offer from Georgia, USC, the Trojans. I had Oklahoma. I had a few other like West Coast teams, but those are my majors. So Georgia, they threw the offer. I committed like off rip. Like I ain't even do no talking, just committed. And then like when it got close to signing, man, like the coach just dipped. Like he got up out of there. So I'm like, yeah, all right.
Took another job.
Yeah, I don't know where
who was the coach at that time?
It was
Is that right? It might have been Mark Rice still.
I think y'all might know him too. D-Boy, you might know him. Lakatos, you know that name?
Oh, that was my position coach at college.
He told me he was at UConn. So that's how I remember that. So he might have, I think he had got up out of there, and I was like, man, yeah, I'm about to just go on and, change gears real quick. So when he did that, man, I had ended up going to Oregon State because of my DB coach. He was Rob Perry. I don't know if you know him, but he played in the league for a while.
I had Rob Perry in Indy.
Yeah, Indy. Okay. Yeah. Rob Perry was my DB coach. He just came and told me straight up, like he was like, "Yo, Steve, like you come in, like you gonna play off rip, like that ain't even no question." He's like, Pac-12, they're gonna throw the ball. Oh, that's all I need to hear. You know what I'm saying? So I just went up there and he took care of me, man, kept his word, and I'm here today.
Now, when you got to school, so you got to OSU, because I'm not familiar with it. So you come in as a what, a junior, a sophomore?
Yeah, I come in a junior, so I had finished my sophomore season.
Okay.
And, I finished my sophomore season. So like in the spring, I come in the spring at Oregon State. So I jumped right into spring ball.
Okay.
I jumped right into spring ball. They had a dude. He was starting over me, just because he been there. He was a senior. But I wasn't tripping. Like I just kind of, scouted out the competition. I was like, oh, okay, I know what time it is. Got the summer, I ended up winning the spot, and it was up from there for real. It went too hard after that because I was already hungry coming from JUCO.
You already ready?
Yeah.
Coming from JUCO, and obviously, like you said, jump in spring ball. Did they embrace you, or was it a time period where other guys was? I mean, obviously, I know guys was sizing you up as well, just like you were sizing them up. Like, how was that experience?
Definitely, man. It was funny. Man, when I first got there, like you could just tell, like they were like, man, who this dude is? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had my dreads and stuff too back then, so I'm coming from like. I'm from Georgia. I don't know where y'all boys from. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where y'all boys from, but hey, I'm here for business. You know what I mean? So when I came in, I just kind of felt the vibe. Like, they was like, man, who this new dude is? Like, he finna try to take over. Like, you can just feel it, Yeah. So I ain't really had too many friends in the beginning, man. But I mean, it was cool. Like after a while, once I started, making plays and bonding with everybody. Everybody just kind of relaxed and stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
I feel that. So what was it? Was it a point doing that? So it was your senior season when you started, right? You had to start your job.
Nah, my junior, I came in and started.
Oh, okay. I thought you said they had somebody over you. Okay, so
no, they did for spring ball, and then when the summer came, I won the spot. Yeah.
You won it. Okay, my bad. Got you. So what time was it? A point or a game in that junior year where you felt like, all right, yeah, because obviously going from high school, then you go JUCO, and you get a D1. Now you out there doing your thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm assuming the plan was go to the league the whole time, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So you get there. So at what point, I guess, when you got out there on that D1 stage, you feel like, all right, that next level, that's real. I can feel it, I can see it, I can touch it.
Man, it was my second game. That's when I got my first pick. I was like, oh yeah, this shit's sweet. That's what I'm thinking. Like, got my first pick, because like like when you finally get to that stage, you don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? You don't know, like, it's a lot of things running through your head. But like I said, I got out there, man. First game, I didn't really do too much. I was getting my feet wet. Second game, I think we might have played like Hawaii or something like that. And I got a pick, and I was like, oh man, I really can. I can really do this. Yeah. And I ended up with 6 picks my junior year. And so
you was getting that tater.
Yeah, man, they was throwing the ball, man. That Pac-12, they was throwing the ball. So I was like, yeah, it's a good opportunity for me.
So you got 6 of them things.
6 of them things.
Yeah, man.
You got something, AB?
Nah, go ahead. Whatever you had.
Nah, so okay, so you ball out that junior year, obviously 6 picks. So are you thinking at that point, shit, I'm about to make this leap right now, or you already knew, like, I want to come back to school? Like, how would you feel it?
Man, I was on the fence, man, for the longest, like literally to the last second. I was like contemplating, like, man, am I gonna go ahead? Because you know how they give out the draft grades, junior year. So I had like a mid to late round draft grade. And I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But in my mind, I'm like, man, I only played 1 year, because I don't really count JUCO. I only really played 1 year of real football, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I don't think I'm going to be ready. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really that strong and all that. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to just come on back. But, I think that worked out for my development, you know what I mean? So
for sure.
I think I was just out there just playing raw my junior year.
You had the same coach? Coach Perry came back as well? Okay.
Yeah, he was there.
Shit, going to see a senior year, what was your expectations for yourself?
Man, just to be like a more complete player, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like I had 6 picks my junior year, but I feel like I wasn't fully complete. Like, I wasn't like tackling the way I should have been. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't being physical enough. So I think just being that all-around player, like showcasing that, like, all right, this guy, it ain't gonna be no question. Like, this guy got all the, attributes. You know what I'm saying? So that was my biggest thing.
Yeah, get a little more development. So, everybody watch Last Chance U now, and I love watching it. But and obviously you're going from that, and then you go to that's a big time Division I program. Yeah. So what's like the differences? Like, I guess a day in the life. Like, what's the difference of being JUCO and then that you're at OSU? Like, what's the difference for the kids? Because there'll be somebody that listen to this. Yeah, they may have a Division I offer that they signed, but then shit go left, and I got to go to JUCO. So just kind of put in that rock, because I know that shit get tough where it get to a point like, man, I can't do this shit no more. So like, what's the difference?
Man, the difference is like, well, I'm gonna say for my JUCO, because we didn't have like scholarships. Some JUCOs, I think they do have like a few scholarships where they do put the kids in the dorms. But if you don't get that opportunity, like, man, prepare to go ahead and get you them EBTs. If you ain't come from, if you don't come from, your parents don't really have it like that. Go ahead and get you some food stamps, man. This funny, man, but find somebody really reliable, car to get you some transportation. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, you know, and just keep your nose clean, man. You know, stay on track, get your books and stuff like that, man. But average day for me, I mean, it was rough. Like I'm waking up eating Burger King. Like it was bad. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't no meal plans. Like none of that.
No training table.
Man, none of that, man. You going to school like you looking bad. So you know, you just gotta if little kids or young kids is watching this, man, just try your hardest too. You know, I guess surpass that situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't even want to put yourself in that situation, but if you have to, you know, just know what come with it.
Yeah, man. Like you touched on that last chance. I ain't gonna front. I don't know if I could do that.
Hey, I'm telling you, man.
I ain't gonna front that.
You gotta see that end goal. You gotta be focused on that end goal.
I can't tell you.
Definitely do.
And it's the petty stuff. Like you got like you rooming with like so many different dudes, individuals. Like and they got different upbringings, different backgrounds, and you know what I'm saying. They might not be raised where you raised. Like I'm a clean dude. Like my mama got on me for having a dirty room. You got dudes, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is. They leaving stuff all over the place.
Yeah,
like, hey, man,
for sure.
So you getting into petty little arguments over the way somebody was brought up. Yeah, over somebody like, hey man, like it's the petty stuff, or y'all arguing over, hey man, who ate my pizza rolls, or you know stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that happened everywhere. I don't care where you go to school. We had the roommate issues as well, but you know, you talking about splitting rent out the gate. That's a whole nother issue. You dealing with 18, 19-year-olds somebody split on their own.
On their own, right.
Yeah, I got financial aid blowing the bag, man. I'm like, y'all ain't
quit.
Blowing the bag.
So you get back. To Oregon State. You go back your senior year.
Yeah.
So how does that year? Obviously, you got to build on that good junior year.
Yeah.
How was it coming back that senior year with the expectations?
Man, my senior year was so smooth, man. Like I had like reached another level. I felt like, you know what I'm saying, just mentally. Like I just knew exactly what I was trying to do, like where I was going. You know what I'm saying? Like I had already knew. Like Coach Perry was telling me, like, yo, these scouts on you, so that gave me some more motivation.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came back, man, it was just like, man, like I'm just grinding. I wasn't even. It got to a point I wasn't even trying to go nowhere, like go out. I was just focused, and I felt like my INT production dropped. I only had 2, but that's just because nobody was even throwing the ball my way. At that point,
I was about to say them targets probably dropped.
Yeah, it went down tremendously, man. But I feel like I had a better year that year, even though I had only 2 picks.
So you said like your 2 years there when Coach Perry came to holler at you, he was like, look, you come here, you're gonna play. Like what did he do as far as your game, the maturation of your game? Why the 2 years he was coaching you?
Man, he did a lot, man. I feel I still talk to him to this day, man, because of just the type of mentor he been to me, like on the field. Like, I mean, he broke down, just route concepts, situations. Like he teaching me all this like NFL stuff. You know, as soon as I got on campus, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I ain't never seen none of this before. Like, you know, breaking down like, all right, for this coverage, these are the coverage beaters. You know what I'm saying? These are the, third down, like, expect these routes. You know what I'm saying? Like, he breaking everything down.
Yeah.
So, like, when I'm in the game, everything. See, my junior year, he was teaching me this stuff, but it didn't fully much click. Like I said, I was just playing off raw talent. My senior year, everything slowed down. So it was like, okay, I know what's coming right here. I know they crossed this 50. Hey, they maxing it up. They going deep. Possibility. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They get in the red zone. I just knew I was just a step ahead of the game. With Coach Perry. So I'm very thankful for him.
What was that like being so far from home? That's a hype. You obviously
Yeah.
went to JUCO, on the West Coast, but then you stayed kind of out that way and went to college there, played the rest of your ball there. How was that being away from the family like that?
Yeah, man, it was tough, man, but I would say my first 2 years of JUCO kind of helped me with that. So I was just like, shoot, I already been out here, can't get no worse. I'm just going right up to Oregon. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I got to a point where I was like, I don't need to be home anyway.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, it wasn't too bad.
That's what's up, man.
That's what's up. So, shit, your senior year come and go. Obviously, you get ready for that draft process. Like, how was that? What was they saying that your potential draft grade, and what did you think? And then when that time that they did come, man, what was that experience like?
Yeah, man, that whole draft process, man, it was that was a smooth little transition for me as well, man. I got an opportunity. I went to the Senior Bowl, and I had the combine invite. That whole combine stuff is a little nerve-wracking, just because y'all been through it, man. Just waking up all crazy hours and doing all these tests, IQ tests, and all this stuff. That was a little nerve-wracking, man. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. I mean, they had probably like a mid-round pick on me. Like, I think the highest, a couple teams might have had a second round draft pick on me. I took about 3 visits. Went to the Steelers, that was ironic, but I ended up signing with them. I went to I believe I went to Denver. There's one other team I went to. So I went to 3 visits, and I actually thought, so when the draft came around, Steelers, they drafted a guy in the second round, a corner, and they had just called me right before. I'm thinking they was gonna draft me in the second. Long story short, they took that guy, and I ended up falling down to the third, and Kansas City picked me up, man. Almost like one of the last picks of the third round. So that had me a little frustrated, man. Funny story. So the third round almost over, and you know how the draft is, man. A lot of teams start calling you. Like,
I was about to say, we about to be up. We about to take you.
So it's about, man, like three or 4 teams done called me, done lied to me, lied to my face. I'm like, damn, like, what's going on? I'm looking at my agent. Like, hey, man, like, we about to have problems. Like, dudes calling me, they taking other people. So I get up. Like, we at Buffalo Wild Wings, me and the fam. I get up. It's like 2 or 3 picks left. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm probably going to go day 3. I done gave up. I get up, walking to the car. Left my phone and everything. At this point, I'm just over it.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm over it. All I hear people screaming inside. I turn around. They had Kansas City on the phone. I was like, dang, that's crazy. God,
Big
like,
Red was there already, right?
Yep, he was there. I might have been like his second or third year.
What year you came out? I was
in 15.
15, okay. That was after. I was a couple years after that playoff. But yeah, you get to Kansas City now, man, because that's a, obviously a good franchise, great fan base.
Great fan base.
That's one of the OG franchises too with Hunt. But so what was that like going, obviously that's your first experience in the league, third round pick. That's a high pick. It's definitely expectations coming with a third round pick. So what was that transition like, as far as coming into that locker room? Now you were pros. Like, what was that like?
Man, first of all, man, when I said Kansas City, I'm like, man, nothing. What's Kansas City? Like, I'm thinking about the city. I'm like, man, what's going on?
Yeah.
But I get there, man, and it turned out to be a cool little experience, man. I get there, like, it was just all about business in that organization. Andy, he's a laid back. I mean, you can consider him as a player's coach, but he's all about his business. Camps was hard. that was probably my hardest camp, my rookie camp. Not just because I was on every team, like special teams. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting on the second group. I'm on the second group, and I'm doing the third group on defense. Second and third group on defense.
They get it about you.
Oh, they gonna get every cent of that signing bonus up out
They
you.
gonna get it about you.
They got me on kick return, front line. I'm like, man, I ain't never did no front line. And like, yeah. So this how they set me up. They're like, yeah, you on kick return, because I had some return ability in college. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm finna return. I'm like, yeah. I called my agent like, they want me to return. When I get out there, they got me front line.
Counting out that 1, 2, 3, 4. Got that linebacker.
I got 38.
Got that linebacker DN coming down there.
And anybody with 55 playing number 3 running down there, I'm like, man. I called my folks like, them folks got me on the front line.
Front line, and it feel like the front lines too. They tried me like they got me like that. My first week in practice, I sabotaged that shit. I'm talking about the first drill, because I knew shit. I'm a second round pick. I know y'all can't cut me.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, all right, boom. Yeah, we gonna put you back there with the returners, D-Buck.
Man,
this ain't for you.
They set me up mean, and then I'm trying to like, just the type of dude I am. I'm trying to like go super hard.
Oh yeah.
So they end up liking me on it. I actually started on the front line the whole year.
Yeah,
yeah.
Special team coach. Oh, we got one.
Yeah, he like, you know what I'm saying? So
who was the starting corners there at that time? Was Smitty there?
Yeah, it was Sean Smith and Marcus Peters was my draft class as well.
Okay,
So Marcus Peters and who else? Philip Gaines was playing nickel.
Y'all had stayed with a lot of DBs out there.
Yeah, we had 2 other dudes. Jamel Fleming, I don't know if y'all remember him, from Oklahoma, and then it was another guy, man. But at that time, I was only playing nickel. They had me playing nickel. So
you was playing in the slot, or you was coming in and playing on the outside?
No, they only had me playing in the slot.
Ooh, that's tough.
They had Smitty, my rookie year.
Right.
Smitty, Peters,
tough.
Threw me in there. I had to learn all that, man. You know how that is.
Yeah, that's tough. Was Ty out there yet? Tyvon?
Nah, did he? Ty came like a little towards the end of camp.
Okay.
Yeah, he came towards the end of the camp. Yep.
Y'all had Tyron, Parker, EB, everybody.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Who's some of the old heads that or did you have one of the old heads that kind of put their arm around you and kind of show you the way like your rookie year?
Yeah, man. I'll probably have to say EB. EB was looking out for me, you know what I'm saying? Because at that time I was a little like hothead, you know what I'm saying? So he was pretty much trying to show me the game and, you know, show me the ropes and whatnot. But I was real fortunate to come in that situation. I mean, we did have a lot of old heads at the time. Like Ty was there, Abdullah was there, Hard, EB, Sean, Goofy. So yeah, I was around a lot of old heads, man, at that time, man. So I mean, it was a cool little situation.
Yeah, that was good. So I know that rookie year always it'd be fun, but that shit just go by so fast. I feel like everything just moving so fast. I know, at least for me, practices, the meetings, the games, everything was just So did y'all go to the playoffs your rookie year?
We did. We played. We beat Houston. I think we ended up losing New England.
Okay, lost New England playoffs. So then you come. So that first off season, man, how was your first off season? You know what to do.
Yeah.
You know, you had some money in your pocket, some free time for the first time. I know that's always fun. What was that first off season like as a pro?
Man, as a pro, it was dope, man. I went to go stay in Atlanta. I was training down there at the time. I think I trained down there for the first 2 or 3 years. Found out that wasn't a good idea though. Just you know, it's a lot of stuff to get into.
Yeah.
You know,
whole lot going on.
Yeah. You know them lunchtime hours, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna front. Hey, look, I trained out there for the combine.
Yeah.
And I had an early workout. Our workouts was at 9, done by like 11.
Yep.
And we was in Duluth, working out of Duluth. Man, make that little 30-minute drive to the 8 every lunchtime.
Yep. I'm trying to tell you.
That day shift.
That day shift.
If
you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
And you back at home in a good enough time to get ready for tomorrow.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So shit. So now going into your second year, you a starter. You started. Yeah, you started most of the games your second year. So what was that? Yeah. And that's a whole nother ball game. Obviously, you know, being a pro, regardless, you know, they tell you prepare like a starter and be ready when your name is called, which most of us are. But now actually going into the games, getting the majority of the reps, you know, tailoring certain things to what you do or don't do well or whatever. What was that like? That second year, as a first year, you know, being a starter in the National Football League.
Man, it was a big step, man. Honestly, like just paying attention to what free agency was doing. Like we were losing Sean. I think he had signed to Oakland. So, you know, I just kind of knew that was going to be my opportunity to step in and take over from my side or whatever. Yep. So I came in. I remember they drafted like 3 corners, though. They drafted 3 corners after Sean left. And I ended up having to basically compete with all those guys to win the job. So ended up starting on the outside and base, and then I slid inside. Okay. It's sub packages, so I had double duties, man. It was a hard task, man. But you know, after a while, you know that once you get the hang of playing inside, it helps you, you know, do everything else. So.
I don't want to jump too far ahead, but was year 1 and year 2? Would you say that was kind of your biggest? You seen the most growth in your game?
Definitely, man. My first year was so bad. Like I felt like I didn't even think I could do it, honestly.
That rookie year, shit. That shit.
It's rough. Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm the same dude. Like I didn't even think I was the same dude. You know what I'm saying? Like it was bad. Like my head was just spinning too much. I was thinking too much. So I just had to slow it down a little bit.
Glad you bounced back though, because a lot of cats come in and play. Because I know I played well my rookie year. Because I was just out there numb. Had some good team, had good players around me, good coaches, but I'm just out there just off straight instincts. My second year was a year where I was thinking too much, you know, trying to be perfect, trying not to mess up, end up getting benched. So I had like that sophomore slump. So you came back and kind of did the opposite. You said, you know, you went through that first year, came back that second year. But like everybody, you know, everybody gonna deal with it different. So I'm definitely glad you did that. And they went. So you see Sean leaving free agency. You see him draft 3 corners. So you see the business of the NFL early. What was that transition like? Because obviously, you know, big time college ball you see the business side of that as well in the politics. But then when you get to the NFL, it's a whole nother level to that. So what was that like? How did you open your eyes to that? Were you ready for that? How was that?
Yeah, man. So when I saw him draft 3, I'm like, I kind of took it as disrespect. I'm like, man. But I'm not knowing that they just want to make sure, you know what I'm saying, they got the right guy on the field. You know, they get the best product on the field, but I took it as disrespect. So I'm like, now I'm going even harder. I'm like, none of y'all coming in here starting. I'm going to let y'all know now. So, you know, just seeing that, I just kind of, it helped me know, like, man, at any given time, they can try to replace you, you know. So you just kind of got to keep your production up. You know what I'm saying? You got to always produce, you know, because they always looking, you know what I mean? So that pretty much helped me going forward.
Yeah, damn, they drafted 2 in your class. Now that I think about it, so they drafted 5 corners back-to-back years.
Yeah, and then before that, they drafted 2. Before me, they drafted 2.
Damn.
Man, that DB room was deep.
Oh yeah, we was deep.
I'm trying to think who was in that division at that time. Who was like the first cat? Who gave you a welcome to the NFL moment? Like, what was it? A game? Was it a play?
I'm trying to think.
Who you lined up with? That was like, all right.
You got San Diego.
Yeah, we had the Chargers. We had Broncos when they was good.
Yeah.
Was D. Thomas in them? Was Demaryius Thomas in them out there?
I say he gave me a good welcome. It wasn't crazy, but I just kind of felt the strength at one time.
Yeah.
He kind of blocked me too long, you know what I'm saying? So I got it. If I
get them hands inside and be over with.
You can't. Hey, ain't nothing you can do.
I got in trouble for it on film, so I could say, we could talk about it, but yeah, it was bad. Like the play was gone, the play was all the way over with. He still got me. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So at that point, I just, I just kind of knew what time it was. Like, these grown men out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody playing.
Yeah, DT caught me slipping too. It'd be the worst when, especially them big receivers, when they come off the ball like it's a pass play.
Pass, and then they rush you.
So you in coverage, and then they just
they loaded up crazy.
that should be ugly. But ain't nobody hit you with no routes. You ain't get caught in the open field with nobody. Like, somebody had to get you, girl.
Man, no, it wasn't nothing crazy like that. Like, I wasn't getting beat like that, but I would say, like, I definitely got trucked before. Like, got trucked and got stiff arm. It was stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'll run up and look crazy. Somebody just,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be the worst. To me, that's the worst. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't out here for that, coach.
I know, man. But it just be the worst because, when they put that film on, everybody laughing.
Oh, yeah. I used to hit them. I used to go up I knew it was coming, so I'm going to get up and go to the bathroom real quick.
You know it's coming.
I know it's coming. I'm going to get up go to the bathroom real quick. I'm going to get with y'all in about 5 minutes.
I'll be right back,
waiting
coach.
On it too.
You already know. Hey, coach, pause that. Hold on.
Go back to that. Go back to that.
Yeah.
The low lights, man. Ain't nothing like the low lights, especially after a win when you can really clown.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Caught that L.
Don't lose, and they playing it. Oh,
yeah, exactly. That's when motherfucker got the fake sad faces on and shit.
Yeah.
But shit. So third year 3.
Yeah,
year 3. I'm assuming you dealt with an injury. I saw you only played like 9 games.
Yeah. So third year came around, man. I felt like that was gonna be like my best year, man, just because of the off season I had, like with OTAs and training camp. Like, I felt like I was doing stuff I wasn't doing before. So ended up tearing my groin. Had to get groin surgery.
So tore it off the bone?
Off the bone, man. But I'm still like type of dude I am. I'm still trying to play, like, and they telling me like, yo, man, you can play, like, like you still play, all this and that. But it got to a point where in preseason, a dude ran a shallow, and I was way behind him. And I was like, yeah, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like he hit the jets on me. And I'm like, yeah, I can't do it. I couldn't open up. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, I can't do this, man. So I went to go tell, coaches, whatever, and they're like, oh, man, you be all right. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking in my head, man, we got a full 16. Like, if I'm feeling like this now, I can't imagine after the first game. So, man, long story short, I ended up getting the surgery, like, after the 4th preseason game, or after the 3rd preseason game. And I missed probably, like 7 weeks or something like that. 7 or 8 weeks, but I came back strong, man. Finished the season. Didn't have no picks. I didn't have no picks to my last year, to my 4th year.
And so your 4th year in Kansas City.
I had no picks. Yeah.
So what was that like? I know that was frustrating.
Yeah, man, that was frustrating, especially because I'm on the field the whole time. So I'm like, ain't nothing coming my way. Like, what's going on? Or it'll come my way and I'll drop it. Like I get too excited.
Right.
You like, oh, it's finally finna come. Man, drop it. So, now it's that mental aspect going on. So
yeah.
My 3rd year, bro, like sat out, man. And I was patient, but it was hard just sitting out. It's hard sitting out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Early in your career. Now you thinking like, man, what if they try to, try some crazy, you know what I'm saying? Try to get you up out of there and you come back or whatever. But
and it should just be different in the building too.
Yeah,
talking.
Cats walking by you, they ain't saying nothing to you. Like damn, coach. Like
coaches used to be all buddy with. Yeah,
right.
I got shit to say. Yeah, that shit get real different quick too.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I think what saved me, man, like it was like 2 games in a row. Like the DBs, they was getting skint. They was getting skint, and like this is like 2 weeks before I come back, so I'm down there feeling healthy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh yeah, I can't wait to come back. They getting skint, so like now everybody talking to coaches like, man, when you coming back? Like, when you coming back? Like, you gonna be
how you feeling, man? I see you out there working out.
Hey, in the training room.
You hate it for your dogs because they getting skint, but for you like when.
Yeah.
Like,
shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hate it for the dogs. I'm like, man, they out there getting skint. Like, damn. So that's pretty much what happened for me, man. When I came back, they threw me right back in there. Gave me the starting role.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And shoot, I ain't looked back after that.
Yeah, you came back like you said. You obviously balled your 4th year.
Mm-hmm.
You played all 16 or 15?
Yep.
Yep. How many picks you had that year? You said that was the first year you got that Tater.
I had 4 that year. 4 that year.
Okay. And that's free agency. So you go out ball.
Yeah. Balled at the right time. How was that free agency for you?
Man, it was solid, man. Wasn't too much pressure. Well, the crazy part was I was going to sign to Houston. Actually, I was going to sign to Denver, and they signed Kareem. The coach, he liked the Kareem physicality, he was saying, something like that. So they signed Kareem. Houston came with the 1-year deal they gave to Roby. But I was like hesitating on it. I was like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't give me no time to think. It was like, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be how I be sometimes in that free agency. Like, hey, we got this deal, but we trying the agent. Hey, they trying to do this, and that's business.
It probably was like 30s, probably like not even 30 minutes, man. Like by the time I think about it, man, you see Buddy getting signed. I'm like, oh man, all right, And then Pittsburgh came around, and it was other teams too. But like as far as solid offers, you know what I'm saying, Pittsburgh came around with a multi-year, and so that's why I went.
So going out there, man, with just that culture, the history, like how was it out there? Just being able to go in that locker room and you just talk about some of the greats, just as far as like secondary wise, Palomalu, RC. Shoot, like a lot of
Taylor
guys,
did his thing, Rob Woodson,
you got a lot of history in that building, man. So how was it when you walked into the building?
Man, it was solid, man. Like I fit right in as soon as I walked in. You know what I'm saying? Like they had a lot of dudes from Georgia on that team. And so I just kind of already knew who they was. I already knew, and they just kind of brought me in like family. Coach Tomlin, the stories you heard from him, real solid cat. You know what I mean? Just kind of let you be yourself. As long as you come ready to work. You know what I mean? That kind of meshed with me pretty well. So man, it's real laid back over there, man. It wasn't too much of like you ain't really have to worry about looking over. You ain't really have to worry about looking over your shoulders and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta go in there and be you, man. That's about it.
So shit, when you get out there, like who's the other corners out there when you got out there?
When I got there, you had Joe Hayden, Hayden was there. He's still there. You had Artie Burns, who was the first round pick. They had.
So he went to Maryland or something. He went to Maryland, huh?
No, he went to Miami.
Miami.
He went to Miami. He was there before me. You had course, they had got Cameron Sutton, who's there from Tennessee. Got Mike Hilton, who was the nickel guy. And they had a few other guys that were there as the corners. Mm-hmm.
So, what was the expectation when you was getting there? Just go in there and ball and do your thing?
Yeah, man. They didn't really talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like they already knew what type of dude I was. Yeah, they didn't really give me no lectures. I just went in and did my thing. Like from day one, the system was a little different from Kansas City because all we did in Kansas City was play strictly man. Mm-hmm. So when I got over there, it was a lot more zone concepts and a lot of cover two traps and different things like that. So
that's good though.
Yeah, it wasn't
multiple systems.
Multiple systems, you know what I'm saying? So I picked up on it though. It wasn't too hard.
Yeah, but that's gonna help you going down the rest of your path, rest of your year 7. So obviously you got a lot of football ahead. How was it playing with Joe? Smoking Joe. Obviously Joe been playing. Joe quietly done, I wouldn't say quietly. He done put together a hell of a career. He obviously came in with a lot of expectations. I done known Joe forever. I was close with Major Wright, who was one of his partners early on. So I seen his whole thing. So what was it like playing with Joe?
Man, it was solid, man. You talk about a dude that's that doesn't hold information, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure you guys play with guys like older guys that they won't, you know what I'm saying, give you the knowledge that they have, you know what I'm saying? So
never give you that game.
Yeah, so he was never stingy about those things, man. Especially like me coming into that system, like helping me learn that system as fast as I did. Helping me catch up to speed. And you already know him just off the field. Besides the camera and stuff, man, great guy. Somebody you bring around your family and stuff like that. So it was a solid, connection meeting him.
That's what's up, man.
That's dope.
So now, man, what's next, man? What you feeling like, man, going forward? Like I said, a lot of ball left, still young. You 28 now?
Yeah, just turned 28, man, in January.
Ooh, a lot of ball left.
Yeah, a lot of ball left. Still got time to go get you another bag or two. When you hit 30 in the league now, you play corner, they're going to look at you like.
Look at you different. You're a dinosaur.
They're going to look for real, bro. But I'm looking forward to what you got next. Obviously, you've been putting that work in.
Yeah.
Where you training at now?
Man, I'm out here at a place called Ignite Performance, man. I'm out here in Arizona. We getting it in Monday through Friday. So Wednesdays, like I said, we take a day off. We just preparing, man.
Yeah,
when I
watch you, man, I like watching your workouts because you see a lot of cats out here just doing the shit for the gram, the W drills and the this and that drill that's gonna look good. But when I see the stuff you doing, you coming out of breaks, you getting in phase, you finding the ball, like you repping the shit that you gonna actually have to do on Sundays, and that's what I be telling these young cats, man. Yeah, do some football specific stuff, man.
Yeah,
stuff that's gonna transfer.
It's transfer, man. You see the game changing, man. These receivers, man, they release is getting a little too deadly, so you can't just be doing W drills.
Yeah,
W drills, they gonna kill you.
Yeah, I ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah,
that's
man.
A fact, man.
What about
Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna ask you outside of football, man. Like what other things you got going on? You know what I mean? Yeah. I know everybody got that interest of you know something to get away and relax. What you got outside of football?
Yeah, man. Hobby wise, man. I like to be outdoors a lot, man. I'll be posting my fishing videos. Man. I like to be on the water. You know what I'm saying? That's just something I pretty much picked up since I was young, man. Living in Georgia, man, and stuff like that. So I like to do hiking and all type of stuff like that. Traveling, you know what I mean? Investing wise, man, I started a couple years ago, man, just buying up a few real estate, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, trying to take care of my money, man, because, and just realizing that, football don't last forever, man. So, that's where I'm at with it.
Was it any guys in the locker room, maybe even outside the locker room that I guess helped you with that part of it, as far as where to invest your money, things you do, other interests?
Man, believe it or not really, man. Like, not really. Like, I haven't came across too many guys that's like, in that investing field. Whether I asked them or they just gladly came out and said it. I just don't really know too many people that's doing that type of stuff. And I know a lot of guys like you guys are definitely into that type of stuff. But like active players that I know, I don't really know too many.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there is, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's what we talk about on here a lot. And shit, honestly, what everybody we always ask them, especially former players, what year was it when you really got into that? When you really start thinking like that, and usually it's around year 7, 8. And as we know, most guys don't even make it that long. You know what I mean? So you obviously at a point in your career, you've done enough, and up until this point where I would think you're gonna play a few more years in the league. AB obviously played 14. I was lucky enough to play 9. So it's definitely not foreign that those ain't conversations being had, and that's what we always talk about on here. Those are the conversations we need to be having with each other more, because like you said, ball, that's a small time frame, man. We got kids, we got
window.
That we're going to continue to look out for and set up, for when we dead and gone. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that you're doing it, and it takes more than you do it, to bootstrap it and do it yourself. You know what I mean? But
I know people, man.
Tap in with me, man. Anytime we could talk about that. I'm sure AB tell you the same thing.
Nah, for sure, man. Shit, we definitely could tap in, man. Because at the end of the day, like you said, like you don't got nobody in the locker room that's really talking about it. Me and D-Buck, we always say, like, man, if we could do it over again, that's one of the things we would do, have those conversations. So, shit. Right. D-Buck, he's here, I'm here. Right. Any questions, man? Definitely willing to pass that info over.
Man, I appreciate that, man, both of y'all.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. So, man, we looking forward to following the journey, man.
Oh yeah, no man. Doubt. Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. Like I said, I'm being patient, man, and something will pop off soon.
Yeah, so obviously you putting that work in the off season, and we control. But what's going on as far as that free agent? You're a free agent again. How's that grind been going?
Yeah, man, it's been going good, man. And a few teams have been calling, tapping in, seeing where I'm pretty much at as far as the money, because that's pretty much what it is right now. It's just the money.
Yeah.
With these cap issues, man, everybody's pretty much, kind of restricted on what they can do right about now, with the draft coming in. So, I'm just trying to find the right fit, and see what makes sense for me and my family.
That's what's up, man. Tell them to cut that film on, man.
That's it. That's it.
What I mean? The eye in the sky don't lie.
That's all they got to do, man. That's all they got to do.
Yeah, man. No doubt. Shit. Definitely. I wish you the best of luck on that one, too. Like you said, ain't giving nobody no breaks. We need all that.
we need all that.
We need all that.
Yeah, man. You gotta know your worth, obviously. And teams gonna do what they're gonna do in this draft. And after that draft, it's gonna work itself out. But hopefully you land in the right opportunity, the perfect opportunity. And I know you get out there, man. I know what you're gonna do with it, man. So Godspeed going forward, bro.
Appreciate that, man.
For sure, man. Thanks for jumping on with us, man. Appreciate you taking out the time.
Appreciate you.
All right, fellas.
What the weather like out there, man? AZ.
Man, it's nice right now, man. It's probably like 80s right now. Nice little breeze.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll probably be back out there in a couple weeks.
I miss that good AZ weather, man.
Hey, y'all come out this way, man. Hit me up.
That's for sure.
That's a bet.
No doubt.
All right, bro.
All right. Yeah. There you go. Another episode of the Man to Man Pod. Steve Nelson, free agent right now. Definitely wishing him the best in this free agency market. Go out there and continue to do his thing. Going into year 7 again, man. Steve Nelson, man, appreciate you for stopping in and tapping in with us. Again, y'all know what it is, Manscaped. 20% off, man. Make sure y'all use that man-to-man code, man, the number 2, Man, and that's Manscaped. As you can see, we rocking.
Yeah.
Man, your boy, as they say, your balls will love it. Your significant other will love it. So
20% off, man.
20% off, man. All that good stuff. All that good stuff, man. As always, man, tell a friend and tell a friend. Like, subscribe. I'm Antoine Bethea. My co-host, Darius Butler. See y'all next time.
Out of here.
Peace.